Are you sick and tired of having droopy eyelids, droopy eyebrows, or wrinkled skin around your eyes and upper face? Do you look at your face in the mirror and think, if I didn't have these puffy eyelid bags, I would look much younger? And maybe like me, you feel secretly jealous when you look or talk to people your age who look younger than you? If you believe that Botox injections, blepharoplasty, brow lift surgery, or any other plastic surgery are your only options to look younger, then you might as well click away right now. This is not for you. Hi, this is Miranda Stedman, and in the next 3 minutes, I'm basically going to spit in the face of every conniving, narrow-minded plastic surgeon in the skincare industry. But I don't care, because you need to hear this. In a survey of cosmetic plastic surgery patients performed by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, nearly 40% admit to not being proactive enough in learning about potential side effects and complications of surgery. Yeah, 40%. In addition to that, a little under 50% reported never being told about very common side effects, such as permanent facial muscle paralysis, bleeding, nausea, vomiting, and blood clots, all from plastic surgery. And if you watch this entire video, which I promise you will not be online very long, hang with me though, I will show you a non-surgical, toxic-free secret that has improved my droopy eyebrows, corrected my eyebrow symmetry, tightened my facial muscles, reduced my forehead skin wrinkling, and, my favorite, improved my puffy eyelid bags. And get this, in only 2 minutes a day. Though I am 49, people say I look like a 39-year-old, but I wasn't always that way. In fact, there was a time when I looked nearly 10 to 15 years older than I was. And as I said earlier, I brought this change without going under the knives and without Botox injections and without any toxic facial cream. So, how did I do it? Well, a lot of what really worked for me is stuff you probably won't read about in magazines, and I bet it will work for you too. So give me just a few minutes. I'm going to tell you my story because it's probably very similar to your own. Now, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Anyone who struggles with droopy eyes, eyebrows, puffy eyelids, and forehead wrinkles will relate to this story. Now, I've always prided myself for being a no-nonsense kind of person. I seldom paid attention to how I looked, which according to many was pretty. And I placed more importance on my career than any beauty regimen. Things were okay. When I was in my 20s, no problem. But then those little fine lines and wrinkles started appearing on my forehead and eye corners right around the time I turned 30. I took it in stride and I started using one of those anti-aging creams and thought, well, that's that. By the time I was 35, I had droopy eyes and my eyebrows just refused to stay in shape. Now, the first shock came last year when I didn't get that upper executive level promotion. Instead, somebody with less experience was promoted. I was so angry. Went to my boss and asked him what the reason for this injustice was that had been done to me, and he kind of ho-hummed for a while. But then he confessed that the new position meant traveling and promoting the interest of our brand because I worked in a company dealing with beauty products. So basically, I didn't fit into the image of the company. I had to remind him that the candidate they chose was more or less the same age I was. And then he said, well, that's true, but she doesn't look 50. Ugh, I could not believe it. I could feel my ears burning, turning red. I was only 40 at that time. Well, then came my college reunion, which I attended, hoping to catch up with some of my old friends, especially my roommate, Cindy. I was so surprised to see her. She didn't look a day older than 30, and it was really hard to believe. She was the mother of 2 teenage children, and she had her own thriving business, and that led me to think of changing my lifestyle as well as my outlook. So I started looking for answers, and most searches led me down to 2 choices. Option number 1 of 2, Botox. Option number 2, plastic surgery. Well, I spent the next 3 months or so deeply researching this topic, trying to discover as much accurate information as possible regarding the costs, the risks, the dangers, side effects, as well as the success rate of those two options. You're not going to believe what I found. The first thing I was shocked to learn is that not all people can take Botox injections. I didn't know that. If you're a patient that has cardiovascular problems or neuromuscular problems, then Botox is prohibited. Pregnant women, as well as lactating mothers, are also advised against taking a Botox injection. But the secret that I will reveal shortly is for everyone, so stay with me while you can. The second thing I was shocked to learn is Botox is the trade name for botulinum toxin A, which is a neurotoxin. That didn't sound good at all. So I found out neurotoxins, highly poisonous substances that damage nerve cells. Lead is another such neurotoxin, and you must have heard of a bunch of reports of products being recalled because they've got the traces of lead in it. Well, with Botox, we are knowingly admitting a poison to our body. And if you think I'm kidding, take a look at this. Well, I found out the third disadvantage of Botox is actually a common secret that almost everyone knows about. It's not a permanent solution. I didn't know that either. You have to regularly take the Botox injections every 6 months or a year. But wait a minute, let me tell you about option 2. What about plastic surgery? Well, do you really think plastic surgery is a walk in the park? Well, the first thing that popped into my mind was the untimely death of Donda West. So when you consider the risks and benefits, that one's pretty bad. In addition to that sad event, at news.com.au, actress Brittany Murphy died at only 32. What I didn't realize at first was it was after a series of plastic surgery operations made her dependent on painkillers. Here it is. Next, according to nydailynews.com, Heidi Montag almost died after her cosmetic procedure. As if the risk of having plastic surgery wasn't enough, if you survive the surgery, I wasn't even aware that they had all these potential fatal side effects. Okay, for example, if anything goes wrong, the nerves that control your eyebrow might get damaged and you'll lose control over your eyebrow. Plastic surgeries, including brow lift and blepharoplasty surgery, can cause so many problems. Here's the biggies: nerve damage and facial muscle paralysis, forehead numbness, infection and bleeding, the possibility of developing a blood clot, permanent hair loss, a high hairline or large forehead, and visible scarring. Eek. Now, let me show you a few case studies from real people, just like you and me, who have tried the brow lift surgery, but something really bad happened to them. Here, as you can see, a patient is complaining that one of his brows is not moving, and that's 1 month after his brow lift surgery. On the second example, a different patient is experiencing a horrible forehead numbness after a plastic surgery. And here we see an unhappy patient who has had 3 different plastic surgeries but is unhappy with the results. The list of complaints and disappointment goes on and on. And of course, I didn't even mention the costs involved that can easily put a giant hole in your pocket. Now, my friends and I have talked about this one before and really even considered it. But if you go for eyelid blepharoplasty, that's the one where they remove the excess skin above your upper eyelid crease, it can cost anywhere between $3,000 and $4,000. A whole lot more than I had to spend. And that price is excluding the cost of staying in the hospital, tests that need to be done before the operation, and other related costs, and so on and so forth. And of course, like me, if you're working, add to that the time and money it costs you to stay in the hospital and post-op rest and all of that. And of course, that money has to come out of your own pocket because most medical insurance companies won't pay for cosmetic surgery. And if you try to cut costs by going to a less expensive plastic surgeon, there's a pretty high chance you might end up with an inexperienced doctor. And not only will you lose your money, but chances are you will come out of that thing so much more scarred than before. It's pretty scary. So you see, though the brow lift or forehead lift surgery can give you results that stay for longer periods of time, the risk and the money involved is huge. But the techniques for getting rid of droopy eyes and for uplifting eyebrows that I'm going to talk about in just a minute going to cost you next to nothing, and the result will be visible and long-lasting without any side effects. Now, I'm getting there, but first, let me finish my story before I get into that, okay? The next time I met up with Cindy, my old roommate, I asked her point blank whether or not she had Botox injections or if she'd gone for plastic surgery. Imagine my surprise when she said neither. So I said, well, I've got to know. What is it? What is the secret of looking at least 10 years younger? And that's when she revealed to me the secret that I want to share with you right here in this video. Are you ready? Facial exercises. Yeah, you heard me right. Hey, just like exercise works to trim, slim, and tighten your body, like your waist and your tummy, your hips, your thighs, torso, your arms, facial exercises will address each slack, droopy facial feature. It begins to systematically, from the inside out, tighten, tone, and lift the areas that make us look old, tired, and even lopsided. So, if you'll follow a regimen of facial exercise diligently, your droopy eyelids will disappear slowly. But now I'm not talking about just any regimen. I am talking about following a proven facial exercise regimen. Victoria Beckham does face yoga. Rebecca Romaine, too. And so many other celebrities, both male and female, have turned to facial exercising nowadays. Now, let me warn you that this video and the solution that I'm going to talk about in a few moments are for those people who have determination in lifting their droopy eyebrows and smoothing out the forehead lines the natural way. But check this out. If you're one of those lazy people who gives up in just a few days, I suggest right now you just leave this page. This is only for people who have the willpower to finish an exercise regimen and who are serious in wanting to escape the dangers, side effects, and high costs of Botox and that surgeon's knife. Now, the technique I'm going to talk to you about is not only going to help you look younger, but it will also help you to maintain it in the long run. And I got to be honest with you, okay? Results will not be instant. You have to make a commitment to yourself for 12 weeks and work on it every day to achieve amazing results like I did. And believe me, only 12 weeks is worth it. Now, you must be wondering how facial exercise is going to make your skin younger looking, right? Well, let me start with how facial muscles are just a bit different than your body muscles. First off, they're smaller. Secondly, the fat to muscle ratio in face muscles is lower compared to other parts of the body. And that's why you see faster results with facial exercise compared to exercise for your body. And that's why most celebrities, fitness experts, and all the other people are embracing this form of exercise to get that sculpted face and take care of the problem of droopy eyelids and eyebrows. So kind of like when I first heard about this, you might be thinking, why do I need some expert's help if I can find tons of facial exercises all over the internet? Well, there is a catch with facial muscles. Exercise the right ones and your face is going to become taut. The wrinkles will slowly disappear. But if you exercise the wrong ones, it could make your skin more wrinkled. So you got to think about it. Don't you accept the help of a fitness instructor when you go to the gym? Same here. You have to accept the help of a facial exercise instructor for best results. Now, let me introduce you to the program I followed that delivered noticeable results within just the first 6 weeks. It's an intense 12-week program called Upper Face Revitalization. It's created by the world-renowned experts here at FaceFitnessCenter.com, founded by John Socrates in 2006. Its programs literally helped over 100,000 people in 107 countries, and they're one of the top world-class leaders in facial exercises today. Now, you may be thinking, how on earth does she know all these statistics, and why is she the one talking in this video? Isn't that right? Well, it's simply because after I quit my previous job and after seeing results from this program, I became such a huge fan of FaceFitnessCenter.com, and I noticed they were looking for some new staff, so I applied, and you guessed it right, I was accepted. I am living proof of what I'm talking about. I've seen everything with my own eyes, and that's why I can talk with confidence. This company and its program can help you. Upper face revitalization is based on ancient Indian face yoga techniques, and in each week, you'll exercise one set of your facial muscles. And the duration of the program is just 12 weeks. Believe me, if I can do it, you can do it. The first 2 weeks of upper face revitalization is dedicated to enhancing the supply of oxygenated blood and nutrients to your eye area. It flushes away any of those age-inducing toxins, and it also makes your skin and muscles more responsive to exercise. So it's kind of the prep work. And then week 3 and 4, dedicated to strengthening your skin and muscles to undo the damage and restore natural elasticity. Then with weeks 5 and 6, they kind of top up your previous week's workout with some added intensity and even more variety. It helps you smooth away any creases in your upper face to make you look more relaxed, refreshed, and youthful. And like me, you'll probably start seeing some really good results right about this time. But hang with it, because through the 7th and 8th weeks, you'll learn effective strategic toning exercises which lift your forehead and your eyebrows. It makes your face look brighter and more youthful. And then weeks 9 and 10, you'll boost the intensity and the difficulty level of your workouts just a little to make them more powerful, strategic, and effective. And these 2 weeks will focus on evening out any of those fine lines and wrinkles from your upper face. And voila, you shall reveal a smooth, youthful countenance. Finally, the last 2 weeks, 11th and 12th, are going to combine everything you've learned so far into 2 challenging and very effective supersets. And I promise you are going to be amazed with the results. So it'll focus on stimulating, reviving, and revitalizing your eye and forehead area to reveal a younger, more attractive, wrinkle and sag-free you. Now, here's what's really great. You do not have to wait more than a minute to get upper face revitalization. It's not like one of those things you have to order and wait forever for, because it doesn't matter what country you live in, you'll still get access to the program, and the entire package is immediately available for you to download right after ordering. So it's going to do 3 things. Save you money for shipping and handling, save you time. You're not going to be sitting around waiting for the things to arrive in your mailbox, and you can instantly start watching and implement the exercises today. Of course, I don't know about you. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I want to have things handy right there as a backup in case something goes wrong with my computer. And because of that, I personally suggested to John and the other face fitness experts if they would make available the CD source files. That way you can download it and write the entire program on a CD. And that's what you'll find in the download area. How cool is that? Oh, and there's more. John is giving away some incredible free bonuses along with the upper face revitalization for a limited time. So check these out. You get How to Look Sexier starting today, valued at $97, but it's yours for free. And the videos. Number 1 is How to Get Smoother Skin. You'll also get How to Remove Dye from Skin, How to Wash Your Face, How to Rehydrate a Dry Face, How Often to Use Facial Masks, How to Make a Honey Facial Mask, How to Make an Olive Oil Face Mask, and How to Make a Yogurt Facial Mask. Now I know you're thinking, okay, this is really going to set me back, right? No. Upper Face Revitalization's entire package has a retail price tag of $200, but you're not going to pay $200. You're not even going to pay half of that. Hey, not even $50. For a limited time only, and only through this video you're watching right now, you get it all. The entire Upper Face Revitalization program, plus the ironclad 8-week money-back, no-hassles guarantee, plus those killer bonuses for only $29.95. If you think about that in terms of getting rid of the droopy eyebrows, eye bags, and smoothing out your forehead wrinkles in 12 weeks, this comes out to less than 35 cents per day. If you get a bottle of water every day, it costs more than 35 cents, and I waste more than 35 cents pretty quickly. When you get your personal copy of Upper Face Revitalization, you will enjoy the lasting, flawless, clear skin you deserve. And you'll finally be able to improve those droopy eyebrows and eye bags, make your eyes look bigger, tighten your muscles to reduce skin wrinkling, correct your eyebrow symmetry, smooth out those horizontal expression lines, and reduce the vertical frown lines between your eyes. But here's the best part. Most importantly, you'll be able to regain your self-confidence. That's what happened for me. All you have to do right now to start feeling all of this is get started. Just click the button below this video and it's all yours. Every bonus, every trick, every secret to lift eyebrows, improve droopy eyelids, and maintain your wrinkle-free forehead. With no expensive surgery, no dangers or risks, and no side effects. Get your copy of Upper Face Revitalization and the bonuses for just a one-time payment of only $29.95. Come on, click the button now and let's get started.